What is going on out there, peeps? All right, of course, first things first in the morning, you can see that the market is tanking at the moment. Dow Jones is dropping like a hot potato. Okay, we're going to go over what's attributing to that and where our minds should be at the moment. All right? All right, so before we get into that, just you guys keep in mind, especially right now, buy on the dip. Buy on the dip. If you're thinking about buying precious metals, please give our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. The link is in the description. If you're a first time buyer and you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, use promo code Pimpy, Pimpy, and get a free half ounce of silver. And now is the time while it's on the dip. And as you know, right now, currently, I'm not on Facebook. We'll see. We'll see how much longer that's going to last. Where it is, they're supposed to be trying to reinstate everybody. I doubt it, but we'll see. Not before the election, anyways. Shout out to my Los Angeles Dodgers. Them and my Lakers both won a championship. Like I said in this post, it's unfortunate I wasn't able to watch them or enjoy their victories due to this woke political activism. Yeah, that besides I got communist LeBitch James on my team, my Lakers team, and yeah, it really sucks that I can't enjoy the championships. But nonetheless, a shout out to the teams. It was nice that they both won in the same year. Now all I need is my Rams to win, or at least I hear that they win. That'd be nice. Okay, as you can clearly see, the Dow has dropped big time. Not only that, last night I was watching Bitcoin get up to almost $14,000. It was heading in the right direction. Everything was looking good. And then I woke up this morning and I saw this. As you can clearly see, gold is dropping as well with silver. This should not be happening. Gold and silver should always be doing the opposite of what the market's doing. It's still pegged to the market, which is good for us because we buy on these dips. So now is a good opportunity. Just keep an eye on the market. See if it keeps dropping a little bit. When it gets down a little bit lower, add to your piles. Okay? So let's get into a couple of things about why these might be happening. One is we know the quarter earnings are coming in right now for the third quarter. And I think overall we're expecting to hear really good news. But so far, the early reporting is, of course, some of the bigger stocks are down 2 to 3%, which is causing a panic sell-off. That, and I can't help but feel like a big part of this is politically driven. And I know people are going, well, not everything is political. Yeah, yes, it is. You don't understand. That's how big this event is. You know what I mean? These people want Trump out so bad. And the one saving grace that he does have is that his economy is a strong economy. Even right now, with the Rona out there, it's still a strong economy. So, but we'll see when it's all said and done and the smoke starts to clear. So the Democrats have planned not to give out the stimulus. You add that with the fact that the quarter earnings are coming out right before the election, and you have that, and then you have social media platforms that met with Congress, and it's the same old crap. They're not going to do anything before the election. They're going to try to censor people as much as possible. And then you add in the fact that all these people are doing a panic sell. Now, having said that, even if this wasn't a panic sell, we know that the Dow Jones in the market should be crashing. The fact that it's been up as long as it has, is just shocking. They can't continue to go on like this, artificially pumped. So yeah, don't be surprised if it doesn't drop big time. I'm surprised it's only dropped down this much with no stimulus before an election. And the fact that the quarter earnings are coming out, we'll see what happens. And so the powers that be, I'm sure, trying to do whatever it takes to make sure that you can see it's going to continue to drop, that Trump is not reelected. So just let it do what it needs to do, and we'll find out from there. Another disturbing thing that I noticed today when I woke up, because I went to go look at my account, and so I was able to get in, but it took a couple of tries. Coinbase goes down as Bitcoin approaches 2019 highs. Here's the thing. It didn't go down until after the prices started dropping. Not when it was going up, when it started dropping. It says U.S. cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase has disabled trading due to feed issues amid Bitcoin's session towards 2019 highs near 13,880. No, it didn't start happening until after it started dropping. So here's the problem that I have with these cryptocurrency platforms, and this happens to all of them. When the prices in the stock market start to drop like this, all of a sudden, magically, you can't get into your account. So if you want to panic sell for whatever reason, even though I tell you guys not to do that, just leave it alone. People who want to panic sell can't get into their account to sell off as their money is decreasing in value. That's not your fault. That's the issue that I have. Remember when I told you I don't trust cryptocurrencies 100%? This is one of the biggest reasons why. So if the so-called powers that be want to go ahead and deplete your money from you, what's to keep them from crashing the market, crashing your Bitcoin, locking you out of your account and going, oh, I'm sorry, that was a mistake. We'll have to look into there. Where's the liability? Who's liable? I would say Coinbase would have to be liable if I wanted to go in there. And then the question is going to be, well, how do we know you were trying to go in? How do we know you're not just making that up? You know what I mean? It goes back and forth, and these are the issues that we would be running into. You'd have to prove that you were trying to sign into your account. They would have to prove that you didn't. You know what I mean? It'll go back and forth. But the fact that right now, earlier, when people wanted to go in there and get to their coins, they couldn't. Look at this. Coinbase has suffered a number of outages during busy trading periods this year, including September 4th, the last time the outage caused trading to halt, according to the company's status page. Do you see what I'm saying? This is why you can't rely on these platforms 100%. A power outage, some kind of problem with their trading platform, a huge drop like this in the cryptocurrencies, and people start panic selling off. We can't have this. It has to be liable 100% of the time with no excuses. There's got to be backup power. There's got to be a backup system that kicks in if one system goes down. There can never, ever be this problem. So the fact that this happens, once again, is why I have an issue with all cryptocurrency platforms, period. All of them. So nonetheless, you guys should be panic selling anyways. When this happens, you just leave it alone. Don't worry about nothing else. Yes, I'm aware it's going down. You guys are PM and text me to death. That's okay. That's why I'm doing this video now instead of the other videos. I was prepared to do other ones this morning, but I wanted to come and look into this real quick. I was already aware of it, but I was going to do a video later on. We always buy on a dip. We don't sell when it's down. All right? We buy on a dip. We don't sell. Remember, you don't have any kind of a loss on anything until you sell it. So here we go. Dow Jones plunges 700 points as Boeing, Microsoft, of course. Why would anybody be surprised at that? Microsoft. You know what I mean? They're one of those companies that, and I'm not saying everything is conspiracy, but again, we are talking about Microsoft, and I wouldn't put it past Microsoft to just lie about their earnings just to do whatever it takes to get Trump out of office. Remember, Bill Gates just recently came out and said that, Trump was the issue, and we needed to get him out of office. Well, that would help right there. So, tech giants getting together, that would not be surprised because look at Microsoft, Apple, of course, Tesla, these things all dropping. Yeah, maybe they did do a bad sell. I'm just saying, throwing that idea out there. Okay. Also, notice how solar power is starting to jump up. That's very interesting. It said it soared 17% on strong earnings results. Okay, so nonetheless, we'll see by the end of the day or by tomorrow what the entire third quarter earnings will be. This is just some of them coming in right now. We're not done 100%. And now there's talks around other places about people going on lockdown once again. Okay, so we will see. We'll keep an eye on it. But nonetheless, yeah, what's happening is, one, I don't like the fact that Coinbase blocked people from being able to come in and has an excuse for it. That's never okay. Two, you guys right now, you got to remember, we're at our third quarter for 2020. The 3Q 2020 reports are coming out. And four, there's no, one, two, three, there's no stimulus check. It's not going to happen before the election. So, again, keep those all in mind. If you come over here, what's going on with gold? Gold drops to more than than 3-week low is what this is whenever it comes up here. So yeah, um, come on, come on. Anyways, yeah, so over here in California, we are, I'm sure you guys heard me say this in my videos, we have been experiencing these rolling blackouts. Yeah, and that's becoming an issue now. Now PG&E, this is they've been causing a lot of fires over here, and it's going to affect their you know, affect their earnings as well. So we'll see what happens. So gold drops to more than 3-week lows as investors favor the U.S. dollar amidst stock market losses. Nobody in their right damn mind right now would be investing into the U.S. dollar. It's artificially pumped up right now. So we have an opportunity to take advantage of this and buy on the dip. They're trying to convince everybody that the U.S. dollar is good despite the earnings, not to panic and sell off, okay? This is false. Okay. So gold futures fell sharply Wednesday to their lowest levels in more than 3 weeks as declines in global equities in reaction to the rise of the Rona cases in Europe and the U.S. prompted investors to take refuge in the U.S. dollar. Why the hell would anybody go to the U.S. dollar? I would be out of the stock market. I'm about to cash in all my cryptocurrencies. Nah, scratch that. Get out of the stock market, except for minor stocks. I'm going to keep my money where it is. I set a level. I got them on the cryptocurrencies that I want. I'm just going to let them continue to stay there and wait for them. If they go to zero, then that's fine. But until then, I'm just going to leave them there because, like I said, I believe there's a window of opportunity to make money off it. I'm going to keep them there. But gold and silver, this is exactly why I tell you guys to move into precious metals. This is such a fake facade, in my opinion. The dollar rose sharply, and the gauge of currencies and the 6 major rivals. A stronger dollar can be weighted on dollar denomination commodities, making them more expensive to users in other countries. Yeah. So what does this mean for us? This means we have an opportunity to add to our stacks by on the dip. So I don't want you guys panicking. Only a couple of you. It wasn't like that time in July. Look, you guys but you are bringing this to my awareness. So I got a couple of you panicking and just a lot of you bringing this to our awareness. Again, I was up this morning. I seen what happened. I just wanted to address it. We want to buy on the dip. Buy on the dip. So look at this. I told you this is coming anyways. All right. I don't know how much longer the Fed is going to be able to artificially pump up our stock market. Eventually, all this is going to come tumbling down. All of it. And those holding on to precious metals going to be celebrating. Okay. The Fed is really running out of firepower. Yeah, of course. We already knew this. I told you this day was coming. It looks like it's happening sooner than later, but we will see. No central banks want to admit that it's out of firepower. Unfortunately, the U.S. Federal Reserve is very near that point. This means Americans' future prosperity depends more than ever on the government spending plans, something the President and Congress might recognize. There's always something more the Fed can do. I can push down longer-term interest rates. Eventually, they're going to get to a negative interest rates. Eventually. Which means they're going to force anybody and everybody that has a savings, whether it's a retirement or not. If they go to negative interest rates and you leave your money, if you leave your money there, that means it costs you money to leave your money sitting in any kind of savings. That's what a negative interest rate does. You could go ahead and look it up. I did a video on it a while back and told you how that works out. So again, moving into precious metals right now, as you can currently see, is the smart move. Buy on the dip. The Federal Reserve is running out of ways in which they can keep the economy artificially pumped up. Third quarter earnings are coming in. What do you expect when you got the entire world on lockdown due to a fake pandemic? All right, this is exactly the plan of the Great Reset that I was telling you about. This is their goal, is to crash economies everywhere until you're so desperate that you request their help. And then they offer you that universal basic income of about $2,000 a month forcing you all to a digital currency and doing away with physical currency, and then it got you by your short and fuzzies. Okay, so the message for you guys is, yes, I'm aware of it. Yes, I'm watching it. No, I don't panic, you guys, when it comes to this. I've been on this roller coaster for a long time. All right. I know when I see this happen, we know we've seen this happen before. It actually fell more in July. For those of you who were bored back then, if you guys remember that, we saw a huge drop in July. All right, so am I panic? No, don't panic. Just leave it there. Like I said, I don't care if it goes down to $1 an ounce for both gold and silver, then run out and try to buy as much of it as possible. It's not going to happen. I'm just throwing that out there as a funny example. But nonetheless, no, don't be panicking, you guys. What is our motto? We never sell on a dip. We buy on a dip. Think cost average, okay? All right, you guys. So I don't want you to panic. I would start running over to money metals and start adding to my supply. Okay, that's what I want to do. So I might have to pull, probably right now because it's a good time, at least another 1,000 out of my well, I don't have to do that. Big, if you guys are unaware, you can use cryptocurrencies to buy at Money Metals Exchange. I keep forgetting to remind you guys, you don't have to have cash. If you have cryptocurrencies, you can use that over there at Money Metals Exchange. All right, you guys? So what's our motto? Never sell on a dip. We buy on a dip. All right, so no panicking. Well, you're not really panicking. Just a couple of people were. Not like July. July was bad. But nonetheless, you guys are bringing it to my attention, so that means then you're definitely watching it. So this is a mixed bag of feelings. I know it looks intimidating to see, but don't worry about it. We've seen it before. It's not going to stay this way. Eventually, the market is going to crash. I've been saying that for a long time. Eventually, it's going to crash. Eventually, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and gold and silver are going to have to unpeg themselves from the market. Once that happens, they're going to skyrocket. So just hang tight. I told you guys between, what was it, a couple months ago? Between then and the end of the year, it's going to be a really bumpy ride. It's going to be one hell of a roller coaster ride, but to always pay attention to the dips, buy on the dips. That's what I said between now and the end of the year. So hang tight, all right, you guys? We're fine. All right, if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, I surely do appreciate it. And hit the thumbs up button, and I'll catch you guys later.